When it comes to having a roof installed on your home, this one rather small piece of material and how it's installed plays an important role. You see, it's all about the placement of these nails and how they're seated into the shingles and decking that determines a good installation. Today we're discussing and showing the difference between hand nailing versus using an air gun. While both methods are approved by the manufacturer, Lucius Complete Home believes the old-fashioned method of hand driving is still the best way to install roofing shingles, and we're going to show you why. I'm here with Johnny, an experienced roof installer, who will demonstrate what usually happens when a shingle is installed using an air gun. One thing to point out before we get started is that every shingle has this nail line. It's an approximate ½ inch nail line. It's an area specified by the manufacturer in which the nails must be installed. Please take notice, this is not a large area. Therefore, precise nail placement is a must to ensure the shingle will hold to the decking below. Now let's see what typically happens when contractors use air guns to install shingles. As you can see, the nails are outside of the manufacturer's nail line, so these shingles may eventually break loose. Folks, air guns are used for one thing, and that's speed, which is to the benefit of the installer and the roofing company. You see, the faster the job gets done, the quicker the installer can get on to the next roof. Don't get me wrong, we're not saying a nail gun cannot be used properly. They can. The problem is that most contractors do not take the time to properly configure the nail gun and tend to rush through installing the shingle. Most roofers using an air nailer will not take the time to correct a nail that doesn't seat properly into the decking. They will, however, continue on nailing up the next shingle. If you do happen to choose a contractor who uses air nailers, our recommendation is that you ask them to slow down and make sure that the nails are properly installed, even if it takes a few days longer to complete your project. Now that you've seen how a nail gun is used to install shingles, let us show you how hand nailing differs. Johnny will install the same number of shingles using just a roof hammer. As you can see, our nails are within the nail line recommended by the manufacturer, and the nail is properly seated or flat with the shingle. So this would be a correctly installed shingle. Now let's look at the two shingles side by side. This is the air gun installation. You can see it's nailed high. And this is the hand nail installation. It's right on the manufacturer's line. I think you've seen from today's example that nothing beats the good old-fashioned way. Unless you're in a hurry. Call us today for an estimate. The Hand Nailing Company, Lucius Complete Home, at 901-752-1232. That's 901-752-1232.